Jonah walks through the sunny village, a gentle smile lighting his face. Sunlight fills Jonah's humble home as he stands, his face etched with worry. God's voice is heard instructing Jonah to go to Nineveh and tell the people to stop their wrongdoing. Jonah's eyes snap open, fear flickering across his face. They won't listen. They might harm me. Jonah looks around furtively, clutching a worn bag tightly against his chest. He stealthily boards the creaking ship, its sails billowing towards the faraway horizon of Tarshish. Jonah is running from God, desperately seeking to escape his divine command. He is heading in the opposite direction of Nineveh, hoping to outrun destiny. A fierce storm descends, turning the sea into a maelstrom of monstrous waves. Sailors scream in terror as they scramble for safety against the overwhelming force of nature. Ah! Their cries are swallowed by the storm's deafening roar. The booms. You can't run from God. Below deck, sailors urgently rouse Jonah from his oblivious sleep, the ship creaking violently around them. Amidst the chaos, the sailors' desperation crescendos. Pray to your God. Maybe he can save us. Jonah sits up, his face pale with revelation. It's my fault. This storm. I'm running from God. On the storm-tossed deck, Jonah battles the elements, pointing towards the raging sea. Jonah's desperate plea echoes across the deck. Throw me into the sea to stop the storm. With grim resolve, the sailors lift Jonah, preparing to cast him into the depths. Jonah vanishes beneath the waves, sacrificed to appease the tempest. The storm's fury wanes, the sea gradually calming as if accepting Jonah's sacrifice. In the profound silence of the underwater world, a colossal fish emerges from the gloom. With a swift, decisive motion, the giant fish opens its jaws. Jonah is swallowed whole into the dark abyss of the fish's belly. The music swells with drama, then fades into an eerie silence. Jonah sits in silent darkness, enveloped within the belly of the giant fish. 3 days and 3 nights pass, the stillness broken only by Jonah's fear and regret. Overwhelmed, he begins to pray, his voice a whisper in the cavernous space. Jonah kneels in the darkness, his voice a soft plea. He whispers, he asks God for forgiveness and promises to go where God sends him. The fish speeds urgently towards the shore. With a surge, it spits Jonah onto the sandy beach. Jonah lands on the beach with a resounding splash. Joyful and hopeful music fills the air. Jonah walks toward Nineveh. Jonah strides purposefully through Nineveh's crowded streets, his voice resonating with divine warning. In 40 days, God will destroy the city if you don't stop doing wrong. Jonah's words cut through the noise, a stark prophecy hanging in the air. Citizens halt, their faces shifting from indifference to worry as the weight of Jonah's message settles upon them. A visible transformation sweeps through Nineveh as its people cease their wicked ways, and a somber repentance blankets the city. The bustling square stills as the people of Nineveh halt their cruel actions. Heads bow in unison as hands clasp together. A city united in prayer. The king stands tall, his voice resonating with newfound conviction as he addresses his subjects. Everyone should turn from evil and ask God for forgiveness. Jonah sits alone outside Nineveh, the relentless sun baking the desert sand. He waits, squinting, for divine retribution to rain down. As the hours pass without incident, disappointment begins to mark Jonah's face. Jonah was greatly displeased and became angry when God forgave the city. Jonah stands on the dusty road, his voice rising as he gestures towards Nineveh. A leafy plant bursts forth, offering a small haven of shade. His face contorted with frustration, Jonah exclaims, "I knew it! I knew you would forgive them! That's exactly why I didn't want to come here in the first place." Sunlight illuminates the magnificent city of Nineveh, where God, a figure of power and compassion, watches Jonah. Jonah stands with a sullen expression, the weight of the world heavy on his shoulders. God asks, "Do you care more about a plant than a city full of people, Jonah?" With infinite love, God declares, "I love them just as I love you." Jonah walks away thoughtfully, finding peace as he reflects. Sometimes we run and think others don't deserve love, but God is full of mercy and gives second chances to everyone. Jonah walks with a smile toward the horizon, bathed in the light of the sunrise. Like, subscribe, and join us for another Bible adventure.